Number 10. The pillow planet. You know how your pillow gets roasting hot some nights? So you turn it over and that cool, refreshing feeling sends you gently to sleep? Well, just imagine that, except one side burns your face off and the other turns your head into a brain-flavored snow cone. Welcome to Glaze 581c. This world is so close to a red dwarf, it experiences tidal locking, which means, just like a deadbeat dad, part of the planet never sees its sun. Sorry, Mr. Birthday, Timmy. Now, there is a small belt between these two extremes where you could live comfortably, but in this area the sky is bathed in a disturbing shade of red, meaning any possible plant life would have adapted to the new method of photosynthesis, resulting in pigmented leaves instead of green. You wanna know what the best part is? Glaze 581c is the planet scientists have determined the most likely location so far for future human colonization. Number 9. The lake of Saturn's largest moon, Titan, is strangely Earth-like. It has mountains, valleys, rivers, lakes, and a nitrogen-rich atmosphere. However, where Earth's atmosphere contains oxygen, enabling life as we know it to exist, Titan's contains a delicious dash of methane. Her rivers and streams aren't pleasant, refreshing streams of lovely clean water, but instead, they're comprised of a mixture of liquid methane and ethane to form an oily hydrocarbon. This occurs due to the extremely low temperatures on the moon, and that is why we have a giant fart lake on Titan called Kraken Mare. This lake is even bigger than Lake Superior, and NASA is keen to explore it further. Why? Because many planetary scientists, such as Jonathan Lunine from Cornell, believe that a unique kind of life could exist in these hydrocarbon lakes. Time is running out if we are to test this theory, as any lander needs to leave Earth sometime during 2016. Otherwise, any probes sent to Saturn's moon will be unable to communicate with Earth-based instruments until 2040. Number 8. The cloud of deadly deliciousness. Imagine you're in a car and you pass a cookie factory. Cookie smells. You then pass a brewery. Beery smells. Then you see the sign that says sewage works ahead, and you lock those windows as tight as you can. But if you were traveling through the dust cloud Sagittarius B2 in the center of our galaxy, you'd have a tough choice to make. In the middle of the Milky Way is a huge cloud of ethyl formate, a substance which tastes like raspberries and smells like rum. But this cloud contains a billion liters of the chemical. But unfortunately, it is combined with a large quantity of poisonous propyl cyanide. So keep those windows shut because it's pretty darn bad for you, as is the lack of oxygen and the devouring vacuum of space, of course. Number 7. Sideways glass rain. There are 2 places in the world you'll find glass flying towards your face. Outside any British pub on a Friday night, and the planet HD 189733b. This planet, which sounds like a serial number for a cheap plasma TV, has a surface temperature of 1700 degrees Fahrenheit and winds of more than 7,000 kilometers an hour. Combine that with an atmosphere containing silicate particles, and you've got a planet which looks lovely and blue from a distance, but on the surface would look like, whatever your eyes being shredded by glass looks like. If that wasn't enough, this planet is closer to its parent star than Mercury is to our own sun, and its makeup resulted in its classification as a, begin quote, hot alien Jupiter, end quote, which is something you should only Google if you're alone. Number 6. The ghost hand. The sheer beauty of space makes for some jaw-droppingly beautiful photography, but every now and then, something shows up which slaps you around the face and leaves you needing a change of underwear. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you the ghost hand of Saturnius. This is what astronomers call PSR B1509-58. Surely, nothing can make this shape by chance, could it? Well, yes it can, and the culprit is a collapsed star 17,000 light years away. This pulsar is a 12-mile remnant of a much larger star which left behind a fast-spinning neutron star in its place. But a star of this size shouldn't be able to create such a large shape. Scientists have no idea why this occurred, but we do know why we perceive it as a giant hand. The same psychological trait which causes crazy folks to see Jesus in toast and cloud boobs in the sky makes humans see recognizable shapes in otherwise randomly assorted objects. Take this phenomenon, for example. With its made of gas and stars, it's almost equine-like muzzle. And then a horn? Wait, giant space unicorn? Is that you? Come back to me, giant space unicorn! I can change! Oh, wait, no, it's just the Trifid Nebula. Boring. Number 5. Pillars of Creation. In 1995, the Hubble telescope took one of the most famous astronomical images ever taken. Dubbed the Pillars of Creation, it is comprised of cool molecular hydrogen combined with dust, a cosmic mixture which is working to produce entirely new stars. But what event created this amazing phenomenon? For a long time, we had no idea, but in 2012, evidence showed that a nearby supernova explosion some 6,000 years ago was responsible. Images from the Spitzer telescope placed the intact towers next to a gigantic cloud of hot dust, which was believed to have been scorched by an exploding star. The resulting shockwave may have already reached these incredible stalagmite-like structures and could have destroyed them around 6,000 years ago, but we won't know for sure for a very long time. Due to the light from this area taking around 1,000 years to reach us, we could spend the next millennium watching a once beautiful creation slowly erode into nothingness. Kind of like a galactic Lindsay Lohan. Number 4. Magnetars. There are many humongous objects in the universe we don't yet fully understand, and one of the most fascinating is the magnetar. Think about a neutron star on steroids, and you're still not even close. Neutron stars have powerful magnetic fields due to their heavily compressed cores, but a magnetar amps this up 1 trillion notches due to the fact that they contain some of the densest material in the universe. Remember my video on the mysteries of the Egyptian pyramids? Well, try this on for size. Take 900 Egyptian pyramids, compress them into something you could fit into a teaspoon, and that's the density of a magnetar. Now, this creates a magnetic field 1,000 trillion times stronger than that of Earth, and we still don't fully understand some of the effects of this. At a distance of only 150,000 kilometers from Earth, it can lift metal objects out of your pocket and erase all the information on our credit cards. So, hey, maybe it's not so bad after all. Wrong. If you were 1,000 kilometers away, you'd be dead before you could blink, as the magnetar ripped apart the very water molecules in your body. But don't worry that much, because the nearest one is only a cozy 190 quadrillion kilometers away. Number 3. Dark matter. We've all had that horrible feeling when you jump on the scale and it tells you that you're, well, fat. But then you take a look at yourself in the mirror and you think, hey, I look pretty good, so where am I storing it all? That's when you look behind and realize you're carrying a whole lot of junk in your trunk. If you piled up all the visible objects we know of, it would only account for 5% of the universe's total mass, and at least 27% more consists of what we call dark matter. This is a hypothetical kind of matter which cannot be seen with telescopes, but is detected using its gravitational and radioactive effects. We know virtually nothing of this mysterious substance, if it indeed exists, but we hope to find out more pretty soon. Having discovered the elusive Higgs boson particle, the particle that apparently gives particles mass, the Large Hadron Collider at CERN was restarted on the 3rd of June in an effort to create this mysterious component of the universe. Or apparently just destroy us all. Number 2. Wandering black holes. The established function of a black hole is similar to the effects of watching Jersey Shore. It is an experience which fundamentally distorts the very fabric of reality, where the laws of nature no longer apply, and existence is crushed into a singular void of nothingness. We know very little for certain about these feared phenomena, except that in movies they force Matthew McConaughey behind a bookshelf, and I'd like him to stay there. Okay, I can't really say that. I love Matthew McConaughey, and I wish he would make more space movies. But are these things really giant regions of space-time that are so dense they can trap light? This is a crazy explanation known as fuzzball theory, recently put forward at a conference in Paris. Many speculate we actually live in the center of a black hole right now. Others suggest that black holes are a portal, doorways to another part of the universe, or perhaps even alternate realities. Most of you probably wouldn't want to find out the answer for yourself, but you may not have a choice. Originally, it was thought only rare supermassive black holes were capable of roaming across the universe, but now we know that many more fast-moving regular black holes do exist. Now, as scary as it is to think about, they are capable of traveling hundreds of millions of miles an hour, hoovering up anything in their path, and hurling nearby objects in every direction. So if we don't become devoured by one, we'll simply be obliterated by its resultant debris. Number 1. The secret super-Earth. In 2014, researchers from the United States discovered the object 2012 VP113 located in the Oort cloud, which I mispronounced, which is an extended shell of icy objects existing in the outermost reaches of our solar system. The planet itself is pretty unremarkable in that it is likely to be a dwarf planet nestled in with Pluto, Sedna, and other trans-Neptunian objects. By the way, in case you didn't know, a trans-Neptunian object is a minor planet in our solar system which orbits the sun beyond Neptune, and, not as I first thought, the official term for Caitlyn Jenner when she completes her final transformation into the Roman god of the sea. So why is this dwarf planet interesting? Well, upon analyzing its orbit, something really didn't make much sense. another large mass was influencing the trajectory of VP113, along with 900 other nearby Oort cloud objects, which I mispronounced once again. And it wasn't anything we've ever encountered before. So what else could it be? A Death Star? A black hole? Nope. The prevailing theory is that an as-yet undiscovered planet is roaming the outskirts of our solar system. And not a whiny little blank dwarf like Pluto, but a full-on icy gigantoworld nearly 10 times the size of Earth. If this theory turns out to be correct, we have two things to do. First, come up with a new rhyme for remembering planets. And second, start thinking of an awesome new name for this new world, because 2012 VP113 kinda sucks. Let me know what you guys would call it in the comments below. Here are my top 3 choices. 1. Krypton. 2. Jar Squatter World. And 3. The Planet of the Apes. Don't worry, we're gonna get back to some more awesome mystery videos very soon.